What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to discuss why I am both very excited and also very worried about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Now, I want to do this, but you could maybe even see my face and just kind of do a video on it because I do feel my thoughts on it are kind of complex, okay, at the core of it. But I want to make sure I come off the right way. I don't want to come off like, well, I hate new Star Wars just because it's new Star Wars, or I hate Disney Star Wars just because it's Disney Star Wars, or whatever. I don't want to give those claims. I don't even know if I will give those claims, but at least I don't want to give them without, providing extra context to it. So at its core, I am pumped for this show. And it is a struggle inside of me because really I kind of want to not be so excited because, okay, going back to that Disney stuff, Disney Star Wars is obviously, in my opinion, for me, it's not been, the greatest ride. I've gone on record multiple times. I despise The Last Jedi. I despise The Rise of Skywalker, but not for the same reason as The Last Jedi, actually for very, very different reasons. Force Awakens, I still hold to this day is a very good movie. I will still hold, and I think it holds up considering what happened in 8 and 9? No, but I think at its core, it's a really fun movie. I really like it. Mandalorian, obviously, I do really like. I'm not the biggest fan of dangling keys in front of you in season 2, with just introducing 30 characters that we've already seen, and yes, they are cool to see again, but then seeing them and then just giving them their own spin-off show, and that being the sole purpose of why they were there. Not a big fan of that, but I am a big fan of Mandalorian in general. Book of Boba Fett I thought was not good whatsoever. Bad Batch was okay. Fine. I'm trying to just go through just so you guys kind of know where I stand. But honestly, it is important because when you look at this show, right, it's Disney. It's the creative team. Now, it's not every single person that had a hand in every single other thing that's happened in Disney Star Wars, but it's the same entity. And if you think that they're not going to, at some point, do things that kind of fit the mold of what we've seen ever since The Force Awakens, you're nuts. You're nuts. And that's why I would say I am so split on it, because of course I love the trailer. Of course I love seeing Obi-Wan. Of course I love seeing that Darth Vader picture, okay? They're incredible. I thought that trailer was phenomenal. Besides things here and there, mainly like the Grand Inquisitor, I don't really... Some of these, I don't know. I had a problem with Cad Bane. I know not everybody had a problem with Cad Bane. I did. I think there would have been a better way of doing it to mix more CG with practical effects. I get that a practical effect is what you get. I hate the argument of the Count Dooku thing where it's oh, if he was in Clone Wars, then then the actor Christopher Lee would have a long face, and it's but he came first. The difference here is it's reversed, right? Cad Bane came first in live action, so I don't know. I've always had a problem with that, but besides things here and there, nothing in that trailer screamed like they're going to mess this up. Not a single thing. And I will give them all the credit in the world for that. But at the same time, when it comes to the actual show, look, this is it. In my opinion, they ruined Luke Skywalker. I mean, Luke Skywalker, it was the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life in Episode 8. I truly think Luke Skywalker is still kind of a huge joke if you really critically think about him in Mandalorian Season 2. Not really what we saw in Mandalorian Season 2, but then what we saw then with the Book of Boba Fett. I think just they don't get whatsoever what to do with Luke or what kind of character he is. They need massive help. So, in my opinion, they ruined Luke. I wouldn't say necessarily they ruined Han, although they did make him this father who kind of left everybody and he doesn't care, and he left his wife and all this stuff. And so, all right, you did some stuff with his character. Leia, I mean, kind of. I'm really not a big fan of any of them, but specifically Luke, obviously, they destroyed. And again, why I bring that up is, well, now we have Obi-Wan and Anakin. Now, yes, here's the thing. You could argue, and people will probably, not on this video, it's too small, but on bigger stuff, people would say, well, the prequels were so divisive when it came out, not everybody even likes Hayden Christensen. Yeah, but again, though, you're messing with George Lucas's, what he actually did. Like it or hate it, he had a vision and he had passion. I don't think that exists in Disney Star Wars, largely, I don't think that exists. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm just terrified of what they could do with Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan that we've seen established in 1 through 3 and Clone Wars and Rebels, doing that. And I'm also afraid of what you can do with Darth Vader. And you could say, well, Rogue One, I actually really did like Darth Vader in Rogue One, but now you're giving them an entire story. I don't know. I've always been worried about the lightsaber, about the next fight, them fighting potentially 2 times. It's oh my God, 1 was enough. Even hearing that they could fight 1 time was very worrying for me. I just don't I get it. There's a divide. People do think it could work, and I definitely respect that difference of opinions. I don't like them fighting at all, but fine. But then now you're going to do it 2 times. So now it's not even once. Now you have to do it twice. All right. Well, I mean, you're just going off the deep end now. So I know I'm being negative, but like also at its core, this show can be insanely good. I truly do. In terms of like picking the right time period and obviously like bringing back these characters and bringing back the actors, right? It's a perfect idea, right? Because really, if you just took the movies 1 through 6, let's forget 7 on and forget any of the in-between shows and all that stuff. 1 through 6, it's like, okay, well, I think there is a place to see where Obi-Wan was or what he kind of went through internally, externally between 3 and 4, because like a ton most likely had to happen in between 3 and 4. So like, let's see what that life is like. And there is room to do all sorts of different things there. You could imagine Obi-Wan doing lots of different stuff. So I think the premise of it is honestly about as perfect as you can get. Again, like I think all of that stuff is fine. I don't think he's going to be bad as Obi-Wan. I don't think even like Hayden Christensen's going to be bad as Darth Vader. I think everything's going to be good there. Like potential, you can bring back Qui-Gon. If you don't bring back Liam Neeson for this, I have no idea what you're doing. I mean, this is the perfect time to do flashbacks. I mean, Ewan McGregor already, maybe on accident, confirmed that there are scenes of Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So that's not Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. That's Anakin, which means it's got to be, in my opinion, it's got to be a flashback or a dream sequence or something. So, or like a hallucination, whatever. One of those 3. So like, you can do we could see Clone Wars stuff again. We could see Episode 3 stuff again with these 2, or in like stuff we didn't see in that movie. I mean, that's awesome. There's so much that could be so cool, but I'm also worried about character assassinations, which it's not like they've never done that before. I don't think Boba Fett was a good character at all in Book of Boba Fett. I think it was about as lame as it gets, plus other deeper reasons I won't go into too much. Again, Luke, Leia, Han, Finn, he's not even a character. He just screams Rey the whole time. Rey isn't a character. She's a Mary Sue, in my opinion. I like Daisy Ridley, and I think she did awesome as the role, but she's overpowered just to be so. She doesn't really face adversity. All of the, stuff that we talked about during that three Star Wars movie arc. I mean, I don't think they're good at character things. I don't know. Din Djarin and Grogu, the walking baby, is the only thing that they've done well so far. It's tough. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. So, of course I'm going to watch it. Of course I will watch it like the second it comes out. I will watch every single episode. It's not even like for Book of Boba Fett, I would take a couple of weeks off, then I'd watch a couple episodes in a row because I just didn't care much about what was the Bad Batch. I tried to watch it weekly, and then it just got it wasn't even bad. It was just the most boring. Like, nothing needed, I didn't need to watch it whatsoever. Nobody ever needed to watch the Bad Batch, okay? That's just my opinion. So I literally would wait maybe 2 months, and I would just watch 8 episodes in a row. I did that for Bad Batch. None of that's going to happen here, right? I'm going to watch every episode immediately when it comes out. But I'm hoping for the best. I truly am. I'm hoping for the best for these characters, but I'm also deeply concerned about the entire thing. So we'll see. I'll make a video on, normally these kind of videos, the Star Wars videos, the reviews of certain TV shows, they don't do well on either of the channels, but maybe on this channel we can do some sort of Obi-Wan review every week. Let me know if you guys want that in the comments. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. I hope to see you all on tomorrow's video.